2026. I have not been outside, so I don't know how the world is in this timeline, but we're here. I slept through New Year's. New Year's is just not my jam. I went to bed. I tried so hard, but I was in bed at 10, and I didn't. Sometimes I will wake up on New Year's Eve, on New Year's when the clock hits 12, because my neighbors will be loud. I think all my neighbors were asleep, or I was just in a deep sleep. I don't know. I also put on one of those binaural beats things, and I slept. And so, yay, it's a new year, but your girl, to me, it's Thursday, and I need to get some work done. I turned my phone off too. I turned my phone to silence because I was just like, I'm not gonna respond to anybody. So I will see you all next year. Anyway, Coffeetivity is set. What am I doing? My new laptop is working out. Let me turn you just. Good morning. Look at you people being up and awake. I love it. I love it so much. I've got myself a smoothie. What software update? Who needs a software update? Wait, are you trying to do the setup right now? No. Oh my gosh, you guys. No, cancel. I can't do a setup right now. Set up later. Don't skip, but set this up later. Cancel. Skip. Oh my goodness. Cancel. Skip. Cancel. Skip. Whatever. Skip. What are you doing? Okay, that freaked me out. I don't like to be freaked out. New computer. That freaked me out. Okay, my computer was trying. You're brand new out of the box. You're 2 days old. What were you trying to update? I feel like every other Mac I get, there's a problem with it, and this is an other Mac, like the one before this, which is 4, maybe 5 years old. It's still working fine, but my daughter, I need a tax write-off, and my daughter is going out of the country, and I decided to give her my computer and get the tax write-off. You are a tax write-off. I have a lot of windows open because I was working late last night when I should not have been. So give me a second while I figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. You reorganized my, oh no. I spent an hour organizing my desktop yesterday, and it reorganized everything. What the actual, oh, you might be going back to the store. That's not okay. Everything was perfect. You took things that I organized out of folders that I organized them in. I'm sorry, I'm having a meltdown right now. I organized all this stuff into folders, and you took them out. I'm checking the old computer. The old computer is, yo. You're making me about to take off my jacket, my house coat. I'm supposed to be working. I'm gonna get to work. But that was not okay. That was not okay. And now I'm just getting spinning beach balls. I will take you back to the shop. Lucky it's closed today. Why am I getting a spinning beach ball? Y'all, I know I'm crashing out. While my computer sorts itself out. And this is particularly Scrivener that's acting a fool right now. And just spinning beach balling me. I'm ready to work. What's happening? The old computer is not doing this. Do I need to switch sides? Where am I in life? It's still spinning. Not okay. Not okay. No, wait, what am I writing? Sorry. Is this the sign? Is this how 2026 is going to go? Is this my sign? Oh my God. What is this? This is endless. I'm writing in endless. Oh my God. Are you done? This is still spinning. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying really hard to be patient. I've got my space heater on and I don't need it on. Because it's not that cold. Just when I got out of bed, it was cold. I'm trying to stop spinning out of control, y'all, but I've got a spinning beach ball. Oh my goodness. It's still spinning. Is there a problem? Are you not responding? Why do you have, I don't have all this stuff open. What are you talking about? I'm in Scrivener and it's a spinning beach ball. I'm glad this freak out has been recorded for posterity. That's great. That's great. What I'm supposed to be working on today that has absolutely no decoration. I told myself I might write 2 chapters today. I'm not going to let myself do that. This is supposed to be a 1 chapter a day project. And if I start doing things like letting myself write more than what I said I was going to write, things can swirl out of control really easily and quickly. So I'm not going to allow myself to write more than 1 chapter. I am going to, it's still spinning. And did it just quit? What did you just do? I don't know, but it's fine now. Okay. I have an undecorated page, which is a travesty. So that really threw me. I'm not ready for 2026, Monica. I thought I was. I am not ready. Okay, I have an undecorated page, which cannot stand for too long. It can stand for a little bit of time, but not for too long. And I want to get rid of these stickers, and I want to play with these stickers. And this scene is happening in the daytime. So I'm going to play with those stickers. All right. I am working on heist number 2. I'll play with this sticker too. I'm working on heist number 2 in this story. So 2 chapters ago, my heroine cased the joint and decided how she was going to make this heist happen. So the readers know the plan because she painstakingly went through the plan. The chapter that I wrote yesterday, my hero arrived onto the scene and we got to meet the mark, because my hero and the mark of this particular heist are friends. Air quotes friends. My hero doesn't count himself as having friends, but the mark is like, of course we're friends. We're brothers. What are you talking about? Because he's just a jolly, friendly person. Being, because he's a demigod. just happy about life. Um, just trying to situate these cameras a little bit better. So my hero knows that the heroine is going to try to steal the object from the mark, and I don't think that my hero has told the mark this because the mark irritates my hero. So he's like, I'm just gonna watch this happen, and then I'll just capture her, and everything will be fine. So I wrote on note cards today. I wrote on sticky notes today. I wrote on sticky notes because I wasn't sure if I wanted to have another chapter with my hero or to introduce my heroine. But I know what's going to happen in the next point of view for both of them. And I think it's going to be the hero. I think it's going to be the heroine's chapter. And I'm not ready to commit to it just yet, which is why I didn't decorate with stickers. Past me was so smart. Um, because I could be wrong about the order of events. Right now, with my heroine, if it's going to be her chapter, it's going to be the execution plot point in the chapter. Remember, I'm doing heists. So heists have a whole system. I've talked about that before. She did the plan, and now it's execution time, and then there's going to be complications. So I think we're going to start with her executing, and then in the hero's chapter, it's going to be the complications and him kind of watching the complications and kind of watching her and thinking, oh, look at her go. Isn't she adorable? Um, and that's when he's going to start to, in Gwen Hayes's romance beats, she in her fun and games section, her falling in love phase, she has, what is it? It's early if I'm not remembering plot points. That's crazy. She has in her fun and games, which is her falling in love phase, she has a no way to, which my whole coming into this new world can act as my no way to. You see how plot points can overlap one another? So if I was working with Save the Cat, that's my break into two, which can also be a no way to in a romance novel. A break into two is really just crossing the threshold, which is the hero's journey. All y'all are getting me nerding out. The break into two can be the hero's journey because you're crossing the threshold into the new world. You're kind of resetting after the thrust pushed you into Act One. With Gwen Hayes's romance beats, this is also the no way number two beat, because in Act One you stated the reasons against falling in love. Well, you should restate them again because they're about to fall in love. So all three of those plot points are really the same thing. It just depends upon the purpose that you're using it for. So I did all of that work depending upon which plot point, which plotting system that you're looking at. Now I'm back very firmly in my execution, which is the heist plot. And the whole point of me telling you that is because in Gwen Hayes, she starts with the no way to, and then she has an inkling it could work, where you start to attack those reasons against falling in love. My hero thinks that the heroine, is a weakling. She is not as bright as her first incarnation, and she's going to die. And I'm about to start disproving all of those beliefs that he has about her, which are all his reasons why he won't fall in love. So that's what's also happening when we get to his chapter and see his complications and see the complications of the heist. So Gwen has the no way to, the inkling it could work, the deepening of desire, where you act on things in a physical way, then maybe this time, and then we get to the mirror moment. So that's all happening concurrently, which is why I love studying plotting systems, because if you really study them and you look at them, you can see how they all run parallel. In my opinion, just like all religions, they all run parallel. It's all the same, it's just a different perspective on how to look at it. So whenever I get stuck, I just look at a different plotting system, which just tells me a different way to look at this stuff. Okay, philosophizing over. I think I'm going to, yeah, I am going to start with my heroine. Yeah, all right, so I'm gonna start the timer, 25 minutes. I'm gonna turn Coffitivity back on. I'm gonna look at my desktop and shake my fist one more time. I put all that stuff away. I don't understand why you did that. All right, I'm ready. Manuscript is open. This is chapter 23. And as soon as I turn the space heater off, I start to feel a little bit cold. Isn't that just the way? We're in Benu's perspective. Take my purple pen out to remind me. This is one of those times where I could screw up and write in the wrong perspective. So this is one of my hacks, is I assign each character a color pen so I know what chapter I'm in. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be Benu because it doesn't make sense for us to meet the Mark's soulmate because she becomes important in my heroine's next chapter. So yeah, commit, put it in ink and commit. Scene 24, which is chapter 23. Benu's execution of the heist plot. I'm just filling out my my scene purpose, goal, motivation, conflict, and twist. So my scene purpose for Benu is she wants to execute this heist in order. The goal is to steal Anshar's stone. The motivation is to free the goddess so that she can get revenge. The conflict is that there's going to be complications of the heist. And the twist, I know all the answers, and the twist is that she's going to meet Inky, who is who she knew in a past life, and she's going to get some information about her past life. Okay, and then I wrote this list of this is what goes wrong in the heist. I did not open up her writing aid. Are you freaking me out, computer? I want us to be friends. We're going to be business partners for like a couple of years. So this protein smoothie is really thick. I need some water. Okay. This happens at night. This doesn't happen during the day. It's a moon, well, it happens as the moon starts to rise, maybe. Okay. Yes, I am fretting over what stickers to put as I'm supposed to be writing. It's my process. I can't help myself. I pulled out some washi too. This also just gives my brain just a minute to just play. Okay, I'm back to it. Oh, for goodness sake. I keep hitting the power button. Let's calm down. Thank you. Happy 2026. It's going to take me a minute to get used to saying that. How am I gonna do that? I did this. I'm about to do this. I don't need that. Yeah, but stop trying to change stuff. having one of those days where I'm writing bad words, like really messy words, but it's what is actually happening in the story. It's just so messy. It's first draft though. This is what happens in my first drafts. They're messy. What are you doing? Is it me or is it you? We're really gonna have to get to know one another. Mm, mm. Oh, really? Hang on. Um, this might be more than one chapter. Glad I did that. Okay, hang on. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. I just don't want to. I'm having a thought. I want to finish the thought. Okay. Hey. Hi. Hello. So things are gonna go wrong, and things are already starting to go wrong on this heist. My heroine's best friend, her name is Bodhi. She's kind of the siren of the bunch, but she's also a warrior. And her job was going to be to distract the Mark's guards. and she starts making excuses. She goes kind of stiff and she starts making excuses for why maybe she should be doing something else, why maybe she shouldn't be there, why maybe they should wait. And then my heroine is like, what's going on? We planned for this. I know the eventualities. I'm ready to shift. We got this. And then they hear the voice of someone from the previous part of the story. Um, Someone who they met before, someone who Bodhi was supposed to take care of, unalive, I mean, and she didn't. And no one questioned, they questioned her, but they didn't really question her. And I tried to make it so that the reader would think, something's going on there. And so then this character reappears alive and not unalived. And Bodhi kind of freezes. The point is that this character is her soulmate. And I'm trying to lay the clues of like, well, how do you know when someone is your soulmate? So I'm trying to show what that looks like. But Bodhi does not want this person because she also has foresight and she knows that this, I mean, they just watched him steal. So in this chapter, Bodhi gets kind of antsy. They turn, and my heroine and Bodhi see, oh, that's the guy that you were supposed to unalive and you didn't. And they watch him argue with a merchant and then steal something without the merchant seeing that they stole it. But my heroine and Bodhi know that he stole it. And then this character turns and sees Bodhi, and it's like, it's you. And I need to put into the prose, because I had finding your soulmate described as a fire lit without a match. So I need to start hinting that that's what's happening if they haven't already figured it out, that that's her soulmate. And she does not want this person because she knows he's a bad person. I mean, she's a warrior, assassin, thief, but she's like, I do it for the right reasons. He's not. He's only doing it for selfish reasons. And that's one of the subplots that I have running through here. I say all that to say that just happened. So the first complication of the second heist has hit my heroine in her face, and Bodhi is not going to be at her post doing what she's supposed to do to make this heist happen. I did that in about 752 words. More things are about to go wrong, and sometimes I like to keep my first draft chapters short because there's not much description here. I write a very lean first draft. And so sometimes writing a 500, 750, 1,000 word first draft chapter is enough for me because I know I'm going to come back and layer it. And I'm wondering, is this impactful? I don't think it is. I was wondering, is this impactful if I just keep it at the first complication that went wrong? No, I think I'm going to put the other complication that goes wrong. Yeah, I'm going to put her plan basically falls apart, but she's like, I'm going to still do this. And she actually gets close to accomplishing it in the next chapter, which will be in the hero's perspective. Okay, so more things need to go wrong. Technology is not my friend today. I'm telling you. Is this maybe going to be the year where the robots take over? All right, I'm going to do another 25-minute sprint. And in this 25-minute sprint, her other two crew members are they're an MM couple, and I'm trying to figure out how much I can get away with, how much I can play with this, because one of the men in the couple, he uses his sexuality as part of his weapon, and he uses it to attract women that he's never ever going to be with. One, because he's gay. Two, because he's in a committed relationship. But I'm trying to figure out like how much I can play with that. I mean, and his partner is constantly getting jealous, and I haven't played with it a lot, but I want it to be like crystal clear that these two are deeply in love and deeply committed to one another. But one of them just uses women. I don't know if my skill is good enough to play with it. So I'm playing with it in this first draft. You might not see it in the final draft. because I'm not sure about myself. Anyway, 25 minutes. That's what I'm doing. So this hero was supposed to, where Bodhi was supposed to draw the attention of the male guards away from the mark. This one of the men from this couple was supposed to draw the women's attention away to to use the crowd to kind of create a distraction. But one woman or more than one woman is going to get too handsy, and his partner is going to be like, okay, nope, stop. And that might be the last time that I do this. So I could do this and then stop and like, that's it. We're not doing that anymore. I'm not sure. I think that's the direction that I'm going to head, and I'm going to think about it more. Because what I'm going to do when I revise this is I'm going to pull out each subplot and I'm going to look at it as its own thing and make sure that it is its own mini story, that the emotions are right, and that the character motivations are golden and what they need to be. So I'm just going to go and do what I think I want to do, and then I know that I can change it if it turns out cringy, because I'm not cringing yet. But I would not want. I want to make sure it doesn't cause harm. But it's also kind of this thing where I feel like women, myself included, who's watching Eat a Rivalry, because we look at that and we mentally at least try to interject ourselves into that situation that has nothing to do with us. And that's kind of what I'm trying to put on this. Their relationship has nothing to do with us. We'll see what happens. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, I just decided I want, before I move on to the guys, I think I need the guy to confess that they're soulmates. Mm. Mm-mm. Okay. Um. Yeah, and then we're gonna get into. Um. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I decided to add on to that my heroine's best friend's name is Bodhi for Bodacia. Um, the was she Celtic? No, she was the England area warrior. And her soulmate's name is Kahir. And I just had Kahir basically profess his love in the way that my heroine Benu understands that when you've met your soulmate is that you feel that fire inside. And Kahir has basically made this Duke of Hastings level speech in the middle of the crowd that he's burning for her and he's burned for her ever since. I did not copy off of Shonda Rhimes, I promise. But then he asked, "If do you feel that too? Do you feel the same way as I do? Are we soulmates?" And Bodhi, who is this amazing warrior, confident, fierce woman, pales and turns on her heels and runs away. Um, which I think is funny. And my heroine, Benu, the heroine of this book, she's like, the fuck? Because this is a strong woman. She's never known this woman to turn away from anything, and she runs from this. Um, and so my heroine Benu is like, okay, fine. I can do this without her, and so she goes to start to do this without her, and then the other two are about to get into their fight. So that's where I am. No one's awake. Everyone's asleep. I was in bed at 10. I don't do New Year's Eve. I don't understand the holiday. Sleep is amazing. No, that's not what I meant. Stop trying to correct me. Just wishing everybody else a happy new year. So glad I turned my phone off because that would have just kept waking me up all night long. Come on, Ines, there's not a whole bunch left in this chapter. I do not know how to spell the word dias. need to rethink how this heist is, how she's actually going to pull it, because I've done everything. I've done everything that I wanted to do. I'm going to leave this here. I'm not sure how. Yeah, it does need to be his chapter next, though. I'm not writing it today. I'm just really good when I make myself wait. My phone is going off. It's just everyone wishing everybody else. I have a very big family. It's everyone wishing everybody else a happy new year. It's gonna go on for days. Okay. All right. Let me look over this real quick because I think I'm done. I said I was going to write 750 words. That's not what happened. Yeah, that works. That's a little too on the nose, even for a first draft. That's not going to be the twist then. I mean, no. So okay, that is not the twist. That twist is coming, but that is not the twist of this chapter. Okay, the twist of this chapter is everyone. She's alone. Okay. So the purpose of the scene had been to execute the heist plan. The goal was to steal Anshar's stone. The motivation was to free the goddess to get revenge. The complication, there's all the complications ran in this chapter, and the twist is that she has to do this heist alone. Yes. So tomorrow, the purpose of the scene will be to watch. Hang on a second. sometimes when you're trying to figure out what the purpose of a scene is, just go back and look at this is why I always need to know what plot point I'm working with, because that tells me the purpose of the scene. This is heist complication, and a heist complication is where things go wrong and plans change, and certain things needs to be improvised and adapted. That's the purpose of the scene. Things go wrong, adaptation needed. The goal is to find Bennu. His motivation, though, is no longer. His motivation is complicated. What did I say the last time? That he's compelled to do it? That's fine. It doesn't have to be the exact word. The conflict is she's trying to go into the heist. She's trying to steal from I think the twist will be Inky, because then I can go into the next chapter with it just being about Bennu and Inky. I think I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, I think I'm doing the right thing. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the right thing. With 2 minutes to spare. No, 4 minutes to spare. I'm done. It's not decorated though. Probably just need simple decoration in this one. Oh, guys. Okay. I think I'm done. Don't need that. You come here. All right, yeah, I'm done. I know that there's 4 minutes left, and I'm sorry if you're sprinting with me, but sometimes when I get done, I'm done. I could sit here and chat with you guys, but I feel really good about this chapter. Even though there's some really messy words in there, I know how to clean words up. So, future in us will work on that. And this wound up being 1,412 words. Interesting, because I put a lot in there. I am going to be writing on Friday, but I'm not going to be writing on Saturday. I'm going to be headed out of town on Friday, but I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to write. I'm probably going to write. We'll see. I don't have anything going on tonight, so I might get up at a decent hour. I don't know. You'll get an email when, well, if you're on my Substack, you'll get an email when I go live. It'll probably be 8-ish. We'll see. And then, excuse me, next week I'm out of town, but I think I'll be able to get on. I'll be coming live from a hotel room, but I will need to be writing because that's just what I do. I write. Thanks, Coffeetivity. I'm good. I'll be at a writing event. You don't look, dude, yo, calm down. I'll be at a writing event starting at 10 o'clock every day. I'll be at a writing event every day at 10. So I'll be on, and all I need is like 25 minutes to an hour to get these chapters. And then while I'm at the writing event, I'm going to be writing because I don't really want to be at this writing event. But I'm going, I have obligations. The writing event is grad school. I'm getting my MFA. I don't want to talk about it. I don't recommend getting your MFA if you are already a successful, even a moderately successful writer. But I'm getting my MFA because I want to teach. I'm teaching at a college currently, teaching writing at a college currently, and I love it. But it was hard to even get into the door because I don't have an MFA. I have all the success as an author. I have a degree in media where I taught screenwriting for 15 years, but that is not prose, and I don't want to teach screenwriting anymore. I want to teach how to write a novel. I want to teach very specifically how to write romance novels. but I couldn't even get past HR departments with my communications degree that focused on radio, television, and film. So I said, okay, fine, I'll get an MFA. And it is awful. Do you see the nightmares in my eyes? The books that they're having us read are awful. People are sad. They don't end happily. Children get hurt. There's rape. There's no guarantee of a happily ever after. There's just sadness. There's just so much sadness. And sometimes things don't get resolved. And I don't understand. I don't understand these books. I don't understand this world. I don't understand why I'm reading this stuff. Yeah, they won awards, but so what? It's awful. I didn't even finish the book I'm supposed to read. We're supposed to read The Reformatory by Tanarif Due. And I'm so happy for my sister that she won all these awards for that book, that she's paying homage to the ancestors. But y'all, I didn't make it out of, I barely made it 5% into the book. And I don't disparage books. Beautifully written, and that's probably the problem. It's well written. If it wasn't well written and she wasn't pulling these emotions out of me, it might be a different story, but I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Everybody who I've talked to have read this book has called it, and I quote, a rough read. Why would you have a rough read? I'll be in grad school on Monday, and I might need your support. I might need you to be my emotional support. Oh, yeah. I don't recommend it. This is the second MFA program that I've been to. The first one did not work well at all. I had the department chair even say to me, like, this isn't about making money. Artists deserve to get paid. We freaking saved the world. We more times than once. The last time we saved this world was during COVID. Don't tell me we don't deserve to be paid. What the fuck? And now I'm in this new program and I'm halfway through it. And it's just, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, they're not like us. And when I say us, I mean romance authors. Like there's the romance teachers there are fantastic, but they won't let me stay with them the whole time. If they just let me stay with them the whole time, this program would be amazing, amazing. But no, I have to read a horror novel where 12-year-old boys are brought into the warden's office and told to spread their cheeks. What the fuck? Yeah, so that's what I will be doing on Monday. So I will need you guys. I will need you guys. I will need my book, my writing, and I will need you guys to make sure to do some proof of life checks on me. I've packed a bullet journal bag. Do you want to see my, I need to go, but I have packed a bullet journal bag, and I'm gonna carry this with me with my journals in it, and I'm just gonna be journaling while they're talking about this bad, mad, sad stuff. I peddle in joy. I don't peddle in what they're doing. Oh my God. I even had when I had a mentor in the old program, not in the new program. I even had a mentor tell me to make me read Child of God by Cormac McCarthy, because I told her I was studying romance. I need everybody to go and read the blurb of Child of God. No, don't even. Let me tell you, this book was about this disgusting man who was a child of God. This disgusting man who killed women and kept their bodies in a cave as his harem. I'm like, what? This is romance? She also had me read, oh my God, it was a really old book. It's wiped from my memory. She had me read these books, and I'm like, why are you having me read these books? Not one of these books that you have recommended to me is a romance. Do you understand the rules of romance, that they must end in a happily ever after? And she was like, oh, I'm done. You see, I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized, and all of this so that I can be paid, compensated fairly as I'm teaching people how to do this thing that I know how to do, that I'm teaching you, also that I can be compensated fairly. I have a year and a half left, y'all. Happy 2026. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for listening to my rant over my new computer, listening to my rant over grad school. I am going to go and I need to revise Page Turner, the Page Turner craft books, which is going to be my next Kickstarter. That's what's on tap for me for today. I need to revise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chapters of that, and then I've got social media stuff to do, and that's my day. And then I've got to drive to grad school tomorrow, but I will be here probably 8-ish tomorrow to the chapter of the heist. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.